Hello everyone, it's Miss Copper here and I am dressed up as a dragon today because it is World Book Day and I am reading How to Train Your Dragon. Now I'm going to continue from where Mrs. Vingo left off yesterday, which was where Stoick the Vast caught Toothless wrecking his bedroom. So let's carry on from there. Toothless launched himself at Stoick the Vast beard, which he mistook for a chicken. "Get him off," said Stoick. "He doesn't do what I say," said Hiccup. "Yell very loudly at him," Stoick shouted, very loudly. Hiccup yelled as loudly as he could, "Please will you stop eating my father's beard?" As Hiccup suspected, Toothless took absolutely no notice whatsoever. "I knew I'd be useless at yelling," thought Hiccup gloomily. "Drop to the floor, you horrible little reptile!" yelled Stoick. Toothless dropped to the floor. "You see," said Stoick, "that's how to deal with dragons." Newt's Breath and Hook Fang, Stoick's hunting dragons, came padding into the room. Toothless stiffened as they paced around him, their yellow eyes glinting evilly. Each was about the size of a leopard, and they were as delighted by his arrival as a couple of giant cats might be that of a cute little kitten. "Greetings, fellow fire-breather," hissed Newt's Breath as he gave the little wriggling newcomer a sniff. "We must wait," purred Hook Fang menacingly, "until we are alone, and then we can give you a proper welcome." He gave a vicious swipe at Toothless with one paw. A claw like a kitchen knife just nicked Toothless on the rump, and the little dragon howled and jumped into Hiccup's tunic until only his tail was poking out of the neck. "Hook Fang!" bellowed Stoick. "My claw slipped," whined Hook Fang. "Get out of here before I make you into 2 handbags," yelled Stoick. And Newt's Breath and Hook Fang slunk out, muttering obscene dragon curses under their breaths. "As I was saying," said Stoick the Vast, "that's how to deal with dragons." Stoick was looking at Toothless with uncharacteristic anxiety. "Son," said Stoick, hoping there might be some sort of mistake, "is this dragon your dragon?" "Yes, father," Hiccup admitted. It's very small, isn't it?" said Stoick slowly. Stoick was not an observant person, but even he could not fail to notice that his dragon was really remarkably small. "And it hasn't got any teeth." There was an awkward silence. Here is an illustration of Stoick with Toothless. Fishleg came to Hiccup's rescue. "That's because it's an unusual breed," said Fishlegs. A unique and violent species called the Toothless Daydream. Yeah, that's it, Toothless Daydream. Distant relations of the monstrous nightmare, but far more ruthless and so rare they're practically extinct." "Really?" Stoick surveyed the Toothless Daydream doubtfully. "It looks just like a common or garden to me." "Ah, but with respect, Chief," said Fishlegs, "that's where you're wrong. To an amateur eye, and indeed to its prey, it looks exactly like a common or garden. But if you look a little closer, the characteristic daydream marking," Fishleg pointed to the wart on the end of Toothless' nose, "marks it out from the more ordinary breed." "By Thor, you're right," said Stoick. "And it's not just your average Toothless Daydream either." Fishlegs was getting carried away. "This particular dragon is of royal blood." "No," said Stoick, very impressed. Stoick was a terrific snob. "Yes," said Fishlegs solemnly. "Your son has only gone and burgled the offspring of King Daggerfangs himself, the reptilian ruler of Wild Dragon Cliff. The royal daydreams tend to start out small, but they grow into creatures of impressive, even gargantuan size." Just like you, eh, Hiccup? Said Stoick, giving a great laugh and ruffling his son's hair. Stoick's tummy gave a rumble like a distant underground explosion. Time for a little supper, I think. Clear up this mess, will you, boys? Stoick strode off, relieved to have his faith in his son restored. Oh, thanks, Fishlegs, said Hiccup. You were inspired. Not at all, said Fishlegs. I owed you one after setting you up for that fight with Snotlout. Father's going to find out at some point anyway, though, said Hiccup gloomily. Not necessarily, said Fishlegs. Look at all that talking you were doing with Toothless Daydream here. That was incredible, unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. You'll be training him in next to no time. I was talking to him all right, said Hiccup, but he didn't listen to a word I said. When he was going to bed that night, Hiccup didn't want to leave Toothless in front of the fire with Newt's Breath and Hookfang. Can I take him to bed with me? He asked Stoick. A dragon is a working animal, said Stoick the Vast. Too much hugging and kissing will make him lose his vicious streak. But Newt's Breath will kill him if I leave him alone with them. Newt's Breath gave an appreciative growl. It would be my pleasure, he hissed. Nonsense, boomed Stoick, unaware of Newt's Breath's last remark, as he didn't speak Dragonese. He gave Newt's Breath a friendly cuff round the horns. Newt's Breath just wants to play. That sort of rough and tumble is good for a young dragon. Makes him learn to stick up for himself. Hookfang extended his claws like flick knives and drummed them on the hearth. Hiccup pretended to say goodnight to Toothless by the fire, but smuggled him into the bedroom under his tunic. You must be absolutely quiet, he told Toothless sternly as they climbed into bed, and the dragon nodded eagerly. In fact, he snored loudly the entire time. But Hiccup didn't care. Hiccup spent the whole of winter on Berk in various states of very cold, ranging from fairly chilly to absolutely freezing. At night, too many layers were considered sissy, so Hiccup generally lay awake for a couple of hours until he had shivered himself into a light sleep. Now, though, as Hiccup stretched his feet out against Toothless' back, he felt waves of heat coming off the little dragon, gradually creeping up his legs and warming his freezing cold stomach and heart, even travelling right up to his head, which hadn't been truly warm for almost 6 months. Even his ears burned contently. It would have taken the snoring of 6 strong dragons to have woken Hiccup, so deeply did he sleep that night. And it finishes with a lovely illustration of Hiccup sleeping with Toothless curled up at his side. I hope you enjoyed this chapter, and I'll see you soon for another one. Bye!